What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TK's Brew. I'm your host, DJ Kino. We got our co-host in the workplace at the moment time, so he is not with us. But we have a special guest on the podcast. Everybody give it up for my boy, DJ Jay Melodyz in the building.
What's going on, folks? Blessings and salutations, everyone.
Hand claps.
Yeah. Love that energy.
But we're going to get started. So a couple questions I had just to ask you is like, where are you from? I know you're not from Austin. You're not from Texas. And what got you into DJing?
All right. So, yep. Definitely not from Texas. I'm a Northeast boy. So, born and raised Boston, Massachusetts. Been there my whole life. But majority of my childhood was spent up in Brooklyn, New York, where I really found my love for music and DJing as a whole. I remember summers growing up, going to block parties and seeing a couple of local DJs doing their things on the turntables. And I was just like, yo, my man look like he's performing magic with music.
Wait, what time period was that?
See, I'm about to date myself. In the 90s, bro. Like early mid-90s.
You were at the block parties.
Block parties when they were actually
shit. I didn't know that. Those are like the origins of hip hop in those parties.
Basically, yeah. I am blessed to have grown up and seen that environment with my own eyes. Obviously, crazy. That history started like in the 80s, up in Harlem and the Bronx with them block parties. But Brooklyn was a whole different type of wave. You had B.I.G. coming up, you had Jay-Z coming up. So block parties were different compared to I know what most from the Bronx and Harlem would say. Once again, I'm an outsider. I'm from Boston, so I don't really know, New York to the back. But my love and heart is with New York and NYC all day. So, but I do remember those block parties growing up and seeing them. And like I was saying, just being mesmerized all them DJs and what they're doing on vinyl. And mind you, DJ technology was a whole different ball game back then. Like it wasn't the whole bells and whistles we got now.
I know. There's a photo I saw you post on Instagram, and we'll put it in the YouTube and reel of you DJing on some shit that's like fucking dinosaur age, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Honestly, I know exactly what photo you're talking about, and I know exactly what equipment you're talking about. I don't even know if I want to call that as DJ equipment, but it did the trick.
It worked.
That's how I learned starting up. So it's funny, that equipment actually belonged to my older cousin. He's born and raised Brooklyn. I think he just picked it up just to, be like, do something for the ladies. Like, oh, hey, I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
But he never touched it.
Yeah.
So I remember, I would sneak into his room because I was living with them at the time and just be like, yo, I'm going to take this and see what I can do with it.
Yeah.
And I was just mixing around, just playing around with things, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. But I'm like, all right, this does that. This does this with this sound. I'm like, all right, let's see if we can go with this. But at the time, being in high school, this was during my high school period. Being in high school, I was more focused on playing football because I was an athlete back then. So that was like kind of like where my head was at. So I didn't really get the time to like really dive into it like as much as I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Until college. That's when it came full circle for me because I met a dude on my team. He was a DJ in his local town, and he had I still remember what equipment he had, the NS7 II. I remember that because I remember it had that vinyl feel.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. That's how you know I'm not old head yet. We ain't old head yet.
Nah, we ain't old head. We ain't old head. It's, it's too much equipment to keep in touch with, huh?
Yeah.
But the reason why I remember that because I remember seeing those platters and they had the vinyl feel, and I'm like, yo, that's dope. It seemed like it's a controller, but a vinyl putting it together. I never seen anything
kind of like
that.
a Rev 7.
Yeah, kind of like a Rev 7. Before the Rev 7 was the Rev 7.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing that. I was like, that's dope. I feel like I can get a taste for both worlds because I know back then when I was in college, that's when EDM started really being popping, and you see those CDJs out there, and I'm like, okay, you gotta touch those if you really want to get into that league. So how I saw it, I was like with the NS7, I'm like, this is best of both worlds. But once again, no one taught me. I had to kind of dive into myself. Started with doing parties at the apartment I was living in college. That upgraded to doing campus parties. That upgraded to doing specific athlete parties.
What school?
Curry College. I know nobody's gonna know where that is.
Nah.
Milton, Massachusetts, baby, out there.
Hey, all right.
But it's a small school, D3 school, so it wasn't like I went D1 or anything.
Like JUCO.
I wouldn't even call it JUCO.
Not even JUCO.
Not even JUCO. It's. I always joke around. D3 is for those that's like going to like a super senior year from high school.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like you still gotta pay to play ball, but
yeah, there was one. It's kind of like for y'all who know Blinn College out here, kind of like that. That's JUCO, but it's I can see that. Kind of like that. Yeah.
I will say down here in Texas, I know y'all take your football way more seriously than we do back in the North.
Yeah.
It's like
they do out here.
It's a religion.
Mm-hmm. I'm not personally me. I'm not a fan of football, but that's just because all my teams from high school on suck. And yeah, I'm wearing a Texans hat. Talk shit. All right, but we moving on from that.
It's comedy, but yeah, that's pretty much how like the beginning stages of me getting into DJing really started. You know, started back in Brooklyn, escalated in college, and then once again went to doing campus parties to frat parties and got my foot in the door with doing a couple of dive bars up in Boston.
Yeah,
and Murder She Wrote from there.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And you so you retired.
Oh yeah, let's touch base on that.
Yeah, I definitely want you to talk about that one.
So I don't know what you know about the Northeast, but if you ever been to Boston or just New York in general, but the music industry is cutthroat up there. It really depends on who you know, especially in Boston. Boston is a cliquey town, in my opinion. I mean, I'm a Bostonian, so I feel like I can talk shit about Boston. But I joke around, but not really. But it's what I like to compare to a crab in a barrel type of city. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with that term, crab in a barrel.
I've heard it.
So for those that haven't, let me give you a little life lesson. Crab in a barrel is pretty much, you know, you got a bunch of crabs in a barrel, but you see one trying to get out. There's always one pulling it back. That type of thing, type of situation. So people don't want to see you excel. That type of thing.
I'm glad you told me that because I ain't gonna cap. I never knew what that meant. I've heard it so many times.
See, that wisdom right here. But that's a crab in the barrel, and I've always felt that way about Boston, honestly, because there's a shitload of talent in Boston, bro. A lot of talent.
Yeah.
But they don't get the kudos that they should deserve because people locally don't want to see them get those kudos that they deserve, which sucks.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I mean,
that's crazy.
That's why I call it crab in the barrel, because I met plenty of DJ, plenty of artists, rappers, singers, et cetera, just doing it, they grinding, but they always got someone there that's just like, you know, talking shit or just not encouraging them. And, you know, it's like with anything, you know, when you hear so much noise of like disencouragement, I'm not even sure if that's a word, but that feeling that, you know, like people hearing, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's going to whine on you.
It hits your mental. I mean, it does. It does. It hits your mental state. I mean, yeah,
100%. And then you get to a point like, yo, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where I was at when in DJing. Like I've been DJing in Boston for when I started 2013. So I've been DJing in Boston up into the COVID era. I was in the same spot, no advancement, no trajectory, just in the same spot for 10 years. And I remember reaching out to other DJs like, how do I get into that lane? How do I get into this lane? No love.
That's wild, bro. Cause like, I mean, I'll let you touch base with how it is out here. It's different.
A complete 180.
What's the? I'm just curious. Like, besides the cutthroat, like, what's the genres? What's the vibe out there? Like,
so out in Boston, it definitely changed that decade I've been up there. So it was very super open format when I got into it. But obviously, as EDM started booming, because you know the EDM game took the nightlife to a whole different level.
You started in like 20.
I started in the bar nightlife in 2013, 2014.
That was EDM
around that era.
Mecca. 2010, like that little 2010 to 2015 was just everything was EDM.
100%. The Avicii's, the Tiestos, all of them dudes.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went to my first festival, like 2015. It was to Tomorrowland. And I remember I never been a big fan of EDM when I was growing up, to be honest with you. It just wasn't my realm. I'm definitely a hip hop Caribbean type of DJ.
But you went to Tomorrowland?
Yeah, I know. Wow, right?
The fucking, like, besides EDC, goddamn near, like.
Wild. I remember my boy was telling me about that festival. We're going to where?
No shit.
I'm like, I'll do it because I'm not one to say no to new experiences. I'm always willing to, you know, I'm open-minded. I'm always willing to try anything. Yeah. But I remember when I went there and I was like, yo, this is different.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can see why people like this shit.
Yeah, I see that.
And I never forget who I saw. It was Skrillex that really made me fall in love with EDM. I remember seeing him doing his thing. And, you know, I know you know how Skrillex is. He does this thing he does EDM, but he incorporates so much different genres to his sets. Genres, to his sets. And I never thought you could do that with EDM until I saw him do that shit. And I was like, yo, that is fire.
Yeah.
I can tap into that. And then I try to change my range midway through my DJing career in Boston to see if that would help me excel to get into these bigger venues. Nothing. So like I was saying, up until
that's just no love, that's rough, bro.
It was tough, bro. It was tough, but I'm grateful because, like I said, going up to the COVID year, it kind of COVID really forced me to reassess my mental and reassess my priorities and really think about me and like what I really wanted in life. And I'm pretty sure that had its own little effect on everybody. COVID year was different for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say it was a blessing in disguise for me because I work from home. I do have a day job. And at that time, it made me realize like, I don't need to be in Boston to do my job. So wink, wink. I was like, let me come on down to Austin, Texas and see what the vibe is like down here. Because I've been here a bunch of times and I always liked it.
Okay, is that why you just said, so you obviously visited in the past and you're just like, fuck it, I like it, I'm just move.
100%.
That's crazy.
It was Austin and San Diego because these are two, I've been to a couple of cities in my life.
Those are like your two.
Those are my two
options. Yeah.
Because I remember going to Austin. I came here like probably like 4 or 5 times because my boy used to live down here before he actually moved out. And I remember just saying, every time he took me around those places, like, the Rainies, Dirty, West, I was like, yo, the nightlife here is so different compared to Boston. I could see myself living here under the right circumstances.
Yeah.
Because I'm a planner, man. I can't move somewhere unless I know I got things situated.
You got to have financial stability. I mean, that's tough.
It is.
That's tough.
It is.
That's why like you and Shy are very much alike in the sense y'all both just said, fuck it and moved.
True, but one time for my boy Shot, because my man, he did that. Like, I know DJing is his main hustle bag, whereas me, I'm blessed to have my day job to kind of help me out with that stability while I try to figure out if I really want to continue this DJ shit.
What is your day job?
Oh, my day job. I am a director of marketing operations for a cybersecurity company. Super geeky, super
long
corporate.
Ass name. Damn.
I know, super geeky, super corporate. It's I don't want to call it your typical 9 to 5 because I do work from home and I am blessed to make my own hours.
Yeah.
But I love the company I work for. I've been with them for going on 6 years now. So
how's it feel to be the only DJ with health insurance?
It's funny, bro. Because as this trajectory goes on, I'm like, yo, that health insurance is key, especially as you get older.
Hey, it's facts. You're gonna pay like $400, $350 a month. Like rest of us full timers is like fucking it sucks.
I feel for y'all. I feel for you. I mean, that's another conversation in itself because it's like, yo, I feel like working for these bars and their owners, they should, do something about putting you on health insurance or something.
Yeah.
But, I feel like we can go on a whole tangent about that.
We can. I mean, and it's that'll be a later one.
Yes.
We gonna introduce the DJs and then we're gonna start talking about why people just wanting us to die. Facts.
Facts. Doing doubles and triples.
Yeah. I mean, DJs gotta grind.
100%.
We have to grind. Like, the thing is, I'll be pulling out 16, 12-hour days and people are like, are you tired? Nah, I gotta pay bills. I got shit to do.
Exactly. And I think what makes it different for us, we do those 12, 16 hours, but we have fun through it all. But what people don't see is after, where we're recovering, where we're just like, on a Monday, like, yo, I don't want to do shit today.
This man on D&D like it's fucking religion to him. Yo,
I keep it real. Keno knows me best, bro. Yes, my D&D game is serious.
No shit. Hey, yo, we going to the gym?
Yeah,
bro. I got you. Hit me up Monday. I bet. No reply.
7 days later.
Yeah, bro. My bad. Like, damn. I've already hit like 5. I'm good.
I swear, bro, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying. You know what it is though? It's like we were talking about those hours, and then plus my job, it gets busy seasonal, which is weird. So it's like when DJing season gets busy, my day job is slow. When my day job gets busy, DJing is slow. So it's like I can never get that perfect balance to be able to do what I want to do in my free time. It's like I got to recover somehow, some way.
I was gonna ask because like that is like. I mean, obviously, none of us, I don't know if one viewer knows what the hell your job actually is. But, like, I mean, how do you balance that work life? Because, I mean, it is from home. That's still work.
Exactly.
You still got to balance that on top of the DJing. And DJing is a lot, like, people just think we just press buttons. We do our homework. We got to be updated nonstop, especially for open format DJs. We got to be updated on many genres that we're involved in. We got to organize that shit, put our cue points in, get everything set, try to get our gigs for the month, schedule our own shit. Like we have to do a lot. And that's why like on top of that and having another job, that's a lot of just scheduling, balance. And how do you do it?
You're not wrong. It is a lot. It is tedious. It's draining. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And I'll be real with you. If I didn't have love for both of my jobs, I would not be doing it. So to be honest with you, it's the love and desire that I have, the love, desire, and passion that I have for both of my jobs is what really keeps me going. Because
respect.
I always say, as soon as I fall out of love with something, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not willing to sacrifice my mental well-being just to get a check. To be honest with you, that's just me.
Nah, respect. I agree with that 100%.
Like, granted to those that's about that, I mean, kudos to you. If that's what you. If that's the move you're on. But me personally, I can't imagine sacrificing, like I said, sacrificing my mental just for the simple fact of just to get a check, especially I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I always say, like DJing, it has to be fun at least for me. And I'm pretty sure for you too, because every time I pull up in your set, I know you're having a blast.
Sometimes.
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah. I see my man Keno be in his bag and I'm like, and then he hits me with where's the shots at? And I'm like, damn.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never asked for nothing.
But yeah,
y'all didn't hear that.
But tapping back at that question, man, it really is just because I have this strong desire and passion and love for what I do. Is really what keeps me going. Yeah, like I can wake up in the morning and just be hating life, but then like 5-10 minutes later, I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I do enjoy what I do, so I'm gonna continue. And I do have. I'm a time management guy, which is weird to say considering that I put myself on D&D all the time.
You're like OCD too.
I am. Yeah, I am. I need to be. I'm a planner, man. Yeah. I need to spread out my days and do things accordingly. So currently, like Monday, Tuesdays, those are my hard working days where I really focus on my day job because Monday, Tuesday in the corporate world, crazy. And then Wednesdays, same thing with my day job, but at least I have more time, more freedom to do more on my free time. Yeah. And then I leave that up to my, doing my research on DJing. So that's like, listening to different mixes. So this is what helps with work from home, I will say. What gets me inspired is listening to other DJs' mixes. When I'm doing my day job Monday through Tuesday, I have that going in the background. So I'm a little bit good at multitasking in that aspect. So I could be doing a J job working on something. Then I'm listening to a mix. I'm like, yeah, that was fire. Yeah. Jot down a note. And so I can remind myself to check that out on Wednesday. And then that's when I start doing all my homework. Getting up to date with the new, working on the cue points of what I plan on, bringing it to sets for the weekend. Scheduling, which is something I work on. I try to work on at the beginning of the month so I could just be set for the rest of the month. Yeah. But scheduling.
Speaking of mixes, I mean, my boy does have you have one or two on Club Killers.
I got one.
You got one on Club Killers, but you also are you're on a couple other platforms, right?
So yeah, I got one on Club Killers out right now. Yeah. I got one coming up in May for this mix series called The Platform.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, shout out to the homie on that one. Dax, he reached out to me about that one. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. And then I got a couple of solo ones I just worked on my off time. I mean, granted, I haven't really uploaded one in a while because, just been grinding. It's a lot. It is, bro. You know the process of making a mix, man.
And you fuck up one time. Next thing you know, you'll be someone come out the room, they'll be like, why did you just say fuck 45 times? And you're like, you don't understand. I'm talking 56 minutes in, boom. And it's done.
Upset, and you're like, damn, I gotta start all over.
But you do it live. You don't do it in Ableton, right?
No, yeah, I do live. No disrespect to anybody that does Ableton. For me, I feel like if you're gonna do a mix, you gotta do it live. That's just my opinion.
But and it's more unique because you'll definitely see you'll hear the little mess ups.
Exactly, it keeps it unique. It keeps it flawed. It lets you know
that's human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one's gonna have a perfect set. We're all bound to mess up and fuck up in one little way or not. But that's what keeps it, like you said, unique. And I honestly, I like people picking up on my fuck up mistakes. If I'm being honest with you, because I'm a type of guy that I don't really like praise. I love criticism. So I'm more so yeah, cool. You think I'm a cool DJ? I appreciate that. However, nitpick it for me. Tell me what's wrong with it. Tell me what's wrong with my set, because those type of conversations I strive for.
That's a great question, because in the first episode, Dorian actually told me that question. So I want to ask you that. How do you think DJs, as well as yourself, I mean, you kind of answered it, but DJs in general, how do you think people take criticism from yourself giving criticism and people giving you criticism?
So honestly, for me, it really depends on the type of person you are. So I know the type of person I am. I don't have an ego. I consider myself very humble. I'm more so like, you like it, you like it. If you don't, tell me why, so I could see what I can do to make it better. Because I'm all about being better. I'm a firm believer like you can always be better than you were yesterday. That's a mantra that I live by.
Yep.
However, I know there's some DJs out there that they can't really take criticism well. Maybe that's just how their personality is, or maybe they just let that ego go to the head. Yeah. Whatever the case may be, when I try to give criticism, I always try to give it to a standpoint where I'm not trying to seem combative. Like I'm not trying to talk down on them. Because some people would just be like, yo, this was trash. Oh, you should have never done that.
I know a few.
Blah, 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 blase, blase. And I'm like, yo, bro, that's not constructive criticism right there. You're at the end of the day, you're not helping him. You're kind of just talking shit.
Shitting on him.
Yeah, you're just shitting on him.
Yep.
Like that's not the way to go about it.
I agree.
It's a more so like I mean maybe this is just because of my day job and it just taught me how to, because I do oversee a team, so I have a certain way I have to talk to my team. But it's just more so like I try to point out like, listen, that was fire, this was fire. Yeah. But let me offer a few suggestions. Let me see how you could turn this from bronze, and how you could turn that to gold or platinum.
Exactly.
Like I try not to just shit on anybody's first talent anyways, because at the end of the day, that once upon they put their all into that. I mean, I feel like we put our all into a set, and sometimes it doesn't go where we want it to go. Yeah,
and sometimes you don't. There's people who obviously it comes down to how much work you really do into it. Like we went back and said, like that homework. And there are a lot of DJs out there who they don't want to do the work, put the homework in, but they also don't want to take the criticism.
You see, and that's just a double negative right there. You can't help somebody that's that way. It's like, yo, you got to pick a lane, bro. Or I'm sorry, I don't want to say bro specifically, because we know we got some amazing female DJs out in the city as well too. Shout out to my ladies and queens out there.
Yeah, we got a lot. They'll be on here.
Yeah. Real talk. But yeah, it's just like you said, that this is a double negative. You can't really rock with somebody that doesn't do their homework, doesn't prepare, nor knows how to take criticism. Like it just doesn't work. I personally, I don't see a person like that striving to be their best in DJing, because those are two realms you got to tackle if you really want to make it into this world. Because like I was saying, it could be cutthroat. It is cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. I've known this about you too. Like you definitely are the type that like if someone don't fuck with you, you just done.
I'm done. Yeah, because I got zero energy. It's like, for what?
I feel that though.
I got zero energy. Like, listen, if someone doesn't fuck with me, first and foremost, I'd like to know why. Because that's just me. I'm a closer. I mean,
that's the thing too. Is like sometimes you don't even get the closure. And sometimes they don't even have. They don't have a reason.
That's what I find the most. Like they don't have a reason. People just don't fuck with just because they don't want to fuck with you. And that's absurd in my mind.
But a lot of it could be jealousy. A lot of it could be just envious. A lot of it just a lot of things. And
you know what I call that? Insecurities.
Facts.
Like I can't help a person if they're just mad at themselves, because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. You're not mad at me. You're mad at yourself for being mad at me. So what am I supposed to do?
Dude, I have a lot of people that they've come up to me and like they'll be like, "You don't talk to me. You don't know me." I'm like, "Bro, you've never said hi."
Exactly.
Like I mean, I don't have anything against you. It's just like there's a lot of people out there that you never say hi to me or like introduce yourself to me. I mean, like you're not gonna bring me up to Vegas.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And there's this thing I this term I like to throw around, cloud chasers. Yeah. Like people only say what's up to you when you're behind the booth, but then when they see you just like, lollygagging around the streets, they don't know you. Yep. And to me, that's just OD corny.
We've definitely talked about that in the past.
You already know. Yeah, we definitely spoke about this. I'm like, yo, you were not about to cloud chase me behind this DJ booth just to pretend you're somebody.
Bro, especially like, I mean, I'm not gonna name your bars, but like there's a lot of places I'm like, y'all have big ass booths in your bars. Yeah. I mean, that's why, and people love those fucking booths.
And I don't understand why.
They just it's the attention.
It's the attention, man. It's the spotlight. It's the me, look at me. I'm behind the DJ booth with my bottle of Repo. That probably don't belong to them, to be honest with you.
And they'll be standing there just like this.
stone cold.
Not moving.
Like, I don't get it. Like, if you're going to be in the booth with me, I'm going to need you to vibe. I'm going to need you to rock out. You're not going to be bringing down a little bit. Damn. You're not going to bring down my energy because I know you see me in the booth. I'm always dancing. I'm always having a good time.
Man, non-stop. He'll be having like the straightest face too. It's so funny. Straight. Yo, he'd be like this. He'd be like straight face, but his entire body is moving non-stop. It would be like, I'd be like, Melodyz, what's up? And he'd be like, oh, what's up, bro? Mm-hmm. Back to that shit, just moving.
It's because I'm honed in, baby. Yeah, I'm honed in. It's like I'm focused.
No, you know what's wild? People tell me that I have a resting sad face.
A resting sad face.
Someone told me that, and I'm like, damn, that kind of hurt.
Yo, that's a new one. I don't think.
I guess I don't come off aggressive. I come off sad.
You come off sad. Hobie said my man Kino's over here listening to Neo before he goes to his sets.
Facts. Hey, shout out my boy Pablo, the photographer. But I'm not even capping. Every time this man takes a photo of me, like, he'll be going through them like, damn, I be looking sad. Why I look so sad? It's just because, like, my focus face is sad. I don't know why.
You know what? I get it. I get that because, that's, you know, wild. I've been told I look too serious. Like you said, I look serious. Yeah. And I guess I got a resting bitch face.
Yeah, but it's funny because, like, your whole body moving. Yeah. Non-stop. Like,
it's like one thing is not like the other.
Yeah.
These things don't
it's
mix.
just like super serious, ready to fucking kill somebody. But then his body's just like, I'm in the fucking mood. God damn it.
I'm vibing. I'm gonna kill you while you're vibing.
Bro, for real. It'd be like, I don't know, like, should I say what's up? Like, is he good? He get me confused, and there's like too much going on.
You know what's funny? Someone came up to me the other day and was like, yo, you're being known as the asshole DJ. And I was like, what?
Damn.
Really?
Damn.
Me? But I look back at it, I'm like, you know what? I think I get it. Yeah. Because like you said, I do look serious. And I'm also the type of guy, like, if you come in my booth and I don't know you, I'm not really going to entertain you. I'm sorry. I don't know you. So I'm not going to go ahead and be fake and happy like I'm going to entertain. Like, oh, yeah. And then you get your typical drunk people. They always want to do, yo, can I touch this? Can I touch that? And the simple fact that I don't know you, I don't want to open that door for you to think it's okay to touch my equipment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I come off kind of standoffish. So I do get that aspect. However, once you do get to know me, shit, I think I'm fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to you with Vegas.
Yeah, right. I know. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Vegas. Oh, boy. Okay.
But I agree though too. Like, it is hard to keep yourself real in this industry and not just come off like an asshole.
It is, yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm kind of in the same boat-ish. I don't like to please everybody, especially, like I said, if you don't say hi to me or you don't know me, like, you didn't get to know me, you don't give a fuck about me. You don't. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, it's like, you're not, like I said, you're not, but it's okay though, because like, you not knowing me I'm not gonna improve your brand for any reason. You're not gonna improve me. Like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly. Like, no hate, no disrespect, no nothing. But I'm also not going to entertain it.
Exactly.
Right? Like, it's not worth my time. Like, we're busy out here.
Facts. Exactly. People be like, yo, we don't do anything outside from DJing, but we all, like you were saying, we got to do our homework. We got to do this. We got to do that. It's like, it is draining.
It's a lot.
We don't have time to be entertaining, bullshit energy.
Yeah,
because I'm a guy. Facts. Listen, I'm the type of guy like, yo, I reciprocate the energy that's given to me. Mm-hmm. So if you come off like on some buddy I fuck with you shit, I'm gonna return the same thing. I'm gonna show you some love.
Yeah, but like the gym.
Yeah. Well, So what happened was I Bible study that day.
Okay. Yeah.
Aside from the gym, listen,
Jesus looking like tequila.
Yo, bro. Yeah. That's accurate. Yeah, that is funny as hell, but that's accurate.
I had to call you out on that one.